whoops, okay, where was I? Okay, so we see the compartmentalized being here. I've shown you the double situation. Yeah, so the energy body, the subconscious reality. Now these gatekeepers, like I said, when you join these certain groups, collective consciousness, this is what they're directly connected to. I mean, okay, let's say for instance, like, if there were archons, I mean, what do you think those other dimensional entities would want major control of in order to direct the physical world and return here? Yeah, so just think about that. So for the individual, the way to avoid this or decompartmentalize through dreaming, through, like, I guess, lucid dreaming, to gain that connection, kind of break that barrier to the subconscious. Entheogens can do it too, obviously. But so we see, like, these so-called rulers, just as compartmentalized as us little diggers down here. So don't think these guys, like, nothing too much special. Well, you see over here that on the other side of the divide, spot the difference. They're whole beings, just like, yeah, normal people should be. But yeah, we're in that kind of compartmentalized predicament, separated from that link to the energy body, and that light is a moving force like other things, and even being a split second ahead of things. Like, you know how the mic will work, like, it can slow things down, it can speed things up, like, you can see what's coming, you know what I mean, anything like that. So yeah, there's a fog there, mine, and it is trying to repress, like, the divine feminine aspect more than anything. Once you reach that, the game's up. So yeah, another thing about those lodges, like, you see all these, like, you hear about these actors claiming to be, well, I don't know, some other people maybe, but you can find out who's with them, and they all speak about the environment, but, like, as far as I know, Masonism heavily revolves around solar cycles. When they talk about the environment, you never hear them mention the sun. It's like, so, like, what's the need for secrecy here, huh? I think most of the time these dudes at the head of the organisations just blow wind up their ass, and people just think it's all good. No, they're doing charity work, but yeah, the devil always makes its house near a church. It's all face and superficial charm, which is a trait of a psychopath, which also lacks empathy. Compulsive lying, which politicians seem quite comfortable doing. So these are your pillars of society, protecting their, all their buddies' illegal activities. They can do no wrong. Like, in their eyes, they're that brainwashed as well. Trust me, they are just as brainwashed as the general population, if not more so. And if anyone's being that they need to brainwash, the guys at the head, it's the fucking, it's the middleman. So yeah, just take that on board if you want to. And I know there's a good aspect to it too, and like, I found my way to that. Hope you know what I'm tiptoeing around here. I don't want to get too into that side of things, because yeah, that's another rabbit hole as well. I'm trying to stick to get the main points from it, not the distractions. Okay, so what are we looking at here? What was I talking about even? Isis, oh yeah, that's right, yeah. Isis. Yeah, she's alright, Isis. Interesting deity. So I hope we're getting a grasp of the divine feminine, even like with the pyramids aligning, like you think about how precise the pyramids are and everything they line up to at a certain time, in accordance with the divine plan. This sort of precision externally and internally can probably only be achieved at certain times, at certain cycles that we really have to take heed of, and yeah, we're approaching one of those times. Okay, what else was I talking about? The Set or Seti current. And when you think about the murder of Osiris, you think, what kind of dumb shit would like murder this being that's probably gonna, be half responsible for your own future? And that's because, like, I believe that Seti had his own hidden fertility and ways to pass things on, and his own allegiances and connections in the energetic realms, own deals, and this is part of the virus, potentially in our DNA, which alters consciousness, more suitable to these other forces at work. And just as the elder Baal seems to be in possession of this light, through these archontic connections, and Lucifer seems to be a light bearer too, through these archontic connections we see what that kind of realm involves, and yeah, that part of the world that they're keeping us separate from. The power! So yeah, I guess that's what Illuminati is too. Keepers of the light, it's supposed to mean. Yeah, so I think I've covered everything that I wanted to cover, showing how, yeah, a lot of Isis, just be wary. They will flock to her light as well, these other things. I've noticed, like a moth to a flame. So yeah, there's some other things associated with that. And when you talk about the sun, like getting biblical once again, we're looking at Horus here, but in the form of Jesus, how he said the only way to the Father is through me. So to the Son we get to some higher place, I guess, through studying have the option of, you know, interpreting it that, like, you know, you study our reality, you're pretty much looking at the sun that controls everything, and how that relates to spirituality. There is a set program there too. And these other things are aware of these cycles. These very ancient things have been doing this for a long time, and some of you have seen the waves coming. I mean, a lot of you see it, but I know, like, a lot still don't even acknowledge it one single bit. Starting to just see now, but it's still like, yeah, things are going to move so fast. There's like the singularity on the edge of an event horizon. These things, even the basic kind of things, need to be shared with people. So hopefully I can take something on board, and I can observe my own thoughts. Hopefully some good will come of this. Alright.